Hey guys, welcome to day 62. I can't believe that there's a 6 in front of there still. 62, which means we are on that last countdown of the last month, basically, right? That end until we achieve that goal of 90 days carnivore. Now, we've had a few little bumps and mishaps along the road, nothing serious. But for the most part, we've been very good. This is the last week of January, so I deem this the clean week, BBB and E clean. Tonight, it was one of those nights tonight where I just didn't feel like meat much. I mean, as far as beef, so I did not have any beef today. I didn't even have any snack though. I just ended up eating, I think I had like 7 pieces of bacon because it was already cooked. And so I snacked on like 3 pieces as I was cooking. Then I think I had like 4 pieces in my omelet, and I had a 4-egg omelet. So I probably underate in calories altogether. But you're going to have those days where I just wasn't that hungry today that much. So 4-egg omelet and 7 pieces of bacon altogether. That's it. Ice water. Have not had any coffee. Still, do I plan on? So here's how I feel about coffee. I haven't noticed a noticeable difference. There may be. I will say that being on clean week, I have felt solid, right? Stomach, everything's been pretty solid. Now, I just went potty. Sorry, I know I say the potty word, but I try to keep it friendly. Anyways, I just went to the bathroom, and it was kind of a mix. It wasn't a normal movement. It was a mix. Some normal, some not so normal. So, and I've been eating clean. So I'm not sure. I don't know if that's just, I think what it does, if I'm not mistaken, okay, before you all rush to the comments, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and you probably will think I'm right. Of course, there's always somebody that's going to disagree, but I believe it was Anthony Chafee and Dr. Ken Berry. I think both of them was talking about how if you're a little constipated, then eat some more fat, have some more butter or whatever, add some more fat. If you're starting to get a little bit of diarrhea, maybe cut back on the fat a little bit. So I think I've been kind of adding that extra bit of butter that I kind of noticed. I've been kind of pushing the limits on butter here lately. So I don't know if, like I said, maybe I'll try to dial that back just a little bit to maybe that 2 tablespoons. I've been kind of pushing it more to 3 or 4. So I'm going to push it back to a couple tablespoons of worth of butter and see if that helps. But like I said, it wasn't bad. It wasn't some kind of blowout or anything. So, but anyways, guys, but yeah, other than that, like today, again, solid energy, just, not too much, not too little, just consistent. Stomach feels good. I feel good. Been going up and downstairs. I had to go. I'm on call this weekend. This is Saturday, and I was on call, and I had to go out for a little bit there this morning. But beyond that, everything's been good. I mean, and that's without coffee. Now, to finish up what I was saying about coffee, so I don't see any like noticeable differences that I can think of. Now, I think it'll be easier to judge coffee once I go back to it, because yes, I am going to go back to it probably Monday. I'm going to have me a cup of coffee, probably with a splash of heavy cream, just like I normally do. And I'm going to see like after a solid week of eating clean with no coffee, now the true experiment is having that cup of coffee and what it does to me. Now, if I have that cup of coffee and I have sort of negative effects, and I definitely notice, like maybe if I don't sleep as good, or maybe if I have diarrhea or something, if I have some negative effects, then I may just, turn right back around and say, okay, well, I'm just done with coffee then. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll experiment a little bit. So, but in any case, I feel good. I am going to weigh in Monday morning. Like I told you guys, I am going to weigh in Monday, and that'll be the 29th. So it's not quite the first Monday of the month, but again, because of the clean week thing, I want to go ahead and just weigh in, see where we're at. I will film it, good or bad. I'll tell you what, if I've gained some weight, I don't feel like I've gained some weight though. I really don't. And I know some of you keep telling me I need to measure, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like looking for my body tape for one. Yes, I just did that on camera. I don't mean it wasn't a fart. I swear. I meant yes, I did that on camera, as in yes, I started looking for my body tape. I just had this thought where I have this like drawer thing right here. It's like a little wheel cart thing that I keep next to me, almost like a little end table thing with drawers and wheels. And anyways, I put drinks on and I write notes on. It's just a little rolling mini desk type thing for me. Anyways, I thought it could be there because I actually had a couple of these mini tapes rolled up and laying around somewhere. But anyways, I probably could get my wife to measure me or measure myself, whatever. But again, I'm just lazy like that. I don't really feel like doing my measurements. I'm sorry. I know you guys are like, but Josh, this is part of learning, and this is a better way to teach people and to show people by maybe I'll do that at some point here. Maybe I will. But for now, we're just going to go by weight and how I feel and those things. Anyways, I think that's about it, guys. I told you how I felt today, told you what I ate, and my bathroom stuff. I hope you guys are doing good out there. I know many of you have been sharing things. Again, I'm going to try to get to comments as much as I can. So just keep that in mind. I have read a lot of comments here lately, and they're mostly all been very kind. Thank you guys so much. The bacon technique, keep in mind that that's not how, I wasn't just suggesting, hey, that's how I make bacon. I traditionally was making bacon, in the pan with parchment paper, 400 degrees, like 18, 20 minutes or 25, depending on, usually I was doing that, but the pot method turned out to be pretty nice as well for nice crispy bacon chips. So I just wanted to point that out for you guys. But yeah, I mean, it was just another method. Anytime I pass on what I do, it's not that I don't know other methods. It's just that that's usually what I do, because either I'm just too lazy to do other things like reverse searing. Like reverse searing takes more work than me just firing up my pan and throwing the steaks on there. So most of the time I do it. Now, if I had thicker steaks, I would probably look at doing the reverse searing. For those of you that don't know what reverse searing is, just look it up. It's pretty common, but it's mostly when you have a thicker cut of meat. It works a lot better for that. The thinner cuts of meat, you might as well just don't waste your time. Seriously. I mean, some of you might be like, well, Josh, blah. Look, I know how to cook, and I'm telling you, if you got just a regular steak, throw it on the grill. Heat it up, medium high heat, get it nice and hot, throw it on there, sear it, cook it. It's done. You ain't got to mess with the oven, nothing like that. So, but if you have the thicker steaks, like the really premium thicker steaks, yes, I would say at that point, you should definitely do a reverse sear. That way you get a nice cook through the way you want it, get a nice sear on it. It's going to taste amazing. So that's my take on those things. But yeah, guys, I mean, again, you guys are amazing. I love hearing from you guys. Some of you guys have been making some excellent progress. I think a few of you, I've been hearing some things about some struggles. So if you're struggling, by all means, hit me up, message me. I don't know if I have I never really listed an email in there. Maybe I'll try to put one of my emails in there. I have like a basic email that I use a lot. I could probably put my email in the comment, or like I'll start putting that in there. And if you guys need to reach out to me, like behind the scenes, if there's something that you just you have questions about, and or maybe you don't want to communicate through the comment section because maybe it's a little embarrassing for you, but you feel like you need to ask me something, whatever it is. Like I said, I want to at least give you that opportunity. So I'll put an email that you can reach out to me if you do need to discuss anything on a private level, where you just don't feel comfortable at all in the comment section. So I just want to let you know I'll do that too. So I'll put that in there for this video. So you should be able to see some type of email down there. But guys, like I said, you guys are awesome. I can't complain. Feeling good. Carnivore's doing good. I'm sorry, but this is a great thing. Oh, I know what I want to talk about real quick. I know we're getting close to the time limit here, but and that is cravings. Cravings versus desire. Somebody brought this up a long time ago. They were like, "Hey, are you craving it or are you desiring it?" I'm like, well, I don't care. It's like it's one and the same to me. But I think what they meant was, are you physically craving something versus just a desire, like that you just mentally are craving something. And I would say that obviously I'm not physically craving, like my body is not doing anything crazy, but psychologically, that desire, it's still there. I'm sorry. I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm a major food addict. Sugar, carbs, all that stuff. I loved making and cooking food, and I used it as a vessel to make my family happy, and I still do. I mean, tonight for dinner, I made a homemade salsa, and of course my wife had bacon and eggs, but she likes salsa on her eggs. So I made her homemade salsa, instead of buying the bullshit, store bought. I can't help it. Of course, because it's clean week, I can't taste test it. So I have to do it all by my normal sort of measurements that I kind of know, and then I have my son taste it. And so when he says it's fire, then I know that it's good. So, but in any case, but guys, the desire for things, and I'll tell you, it's just triggers. Like I opened up the oven, or we had some leftover pizza that I was getting ready to make my son. Like they had pizza. They ordered pizza the other night. And so my son wanted the leftover pizza, so I was going to warm it up in the oven for him. And just seeing the leftover pizza, it caused that desire that I've had for years. Like I said, this is stuff that's been programmed in me for years, my whole life. That leftover pizza, right? And most of the time, that's amazing. Cold pizza or reheated pizza, whatever, half the time. I don't know. You know what I mean? And it's just that memory, that trigger of a lifelong of, hey, leftover pizza? Hell yeah. Oh, that's right. I don't want pizza. It's gross. It's tasty poison. So I have to constantly remind myself those things. You know what I mean? And those are the triggers that can happen, and they'll happen to you. They will. I don't care what you say or how uppity you are, or on whatever high horse you're on. I'm not trying to offend you guys. I'm talking about the ones that I always get somebody in the comment be like, I don't have cravings anymore. I'm blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm not talking about cravings. I'm talking about desires. And they will happen from time to time. If you're a major food lover like me, as far as food addict, like, sugar and carbs, you're going to have those desires. They're just going to happen because most of us have spent a lifetime of being programmed, and we all picked up certain little habits that we like, little moments in life that line up, and all of a sudden it kicks off that trigger that says in your mind, hey, I get a treat. Right? I mean, just the other day, I was driving and there was like a certain situation and I'm like, I have some cash on me. Oh, and back in the day, if I had cash on me, it's game on. I'm finding some Taco Bell. I'm finding some Burger King. I'm finding some freaking, sugar, some cookies, whatever it is. I'm going to find something with my cash. It was like a treat. If I got any kind of cash or whatever. So now I try not to keep cash, or I use it for groceries from, my family. But instead of the credit card, or the card, debit card. But anyways, that's what I'm saying, folks. The desires are gonna happen, and it's just a split second. It's a split second, but when it happens, that's when you just have to. That's usually, it don't take long to get over them. It's not like, but you just have to stop yourself and say, I don't really want that. That's, you just have to mentally acknowledge it and move on. Don't get hung up on it. You get hung up on it. That's what, if you start to like go, well, if I just had like one thing, remember I did that. I talked myself into those couple cookies, remember? And man, it fucked me up for like, 4 days? So don't do that to yourself. Trust me. Don't do that to yourself. Stay strong. Like I tell a lot of you guys, keep it up and stay strong. And that's what I'm trying to do. Every day, I'm just trying to keep it up and stay strong and just acknowledge those desires when they happen, because they will. They're going to happen. The salsa, when I made the homemade salsa, and I was plating the salsa and the chips, I could have easily just taken one chip, dipped it, ate it. Nobody would know. But I would know, and my body would probably let me know. But at the same time, I don't want to do that. That's like alcohol and taking a sip. Like, well, I'll just take a sip. Well, if you're an alcoholic, that's not good. Well, it's the same thing. I'm a foodaholic, carbaholic, sugaraholic, however you want to say it. So a taste of something is not good for me. At least not right now. So things will get better. Patience. Things will get better. Just like some of you that are either ahead of me or behind me in your journeys, I'm sure almost everybody can relate to what I'm saying today. Nobody always wants to talk about it, but I do. Because it's still happening to me in day 62 or something. I'm still getting desires every once in a while. It's okay. That's human nature. We've been a lifetime programmed into us. So, of course, it's only natural. Smells, visuals, routines, things there's some routines you can't avoid. Some people change your routine. Yeah, I mean, you try. But there's some routines in life you just can't get around. Just basic things, routines that you do. And it can trigger some old habits or old desires. So just acknowledge them and know and think about how you feel now, like how good you feel on carnivore. And then think about, your health. Think about the long term, and then just say, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And move on. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 63. Keep it up. Stay strong. Bye.